How long did you live in Hong Kong, Mrs. Sanders?
7 years, answered my mother. My husband died in a plane crash last year, so we've come back to live in England.
Where did you live before Hong Kong?
We lived in India for 3 years. Then Greta Ross took my mother into a room and asked her more questions. I waited outside. Greta Ross is nice, I thought. I hope my mother gets the job. Soon after, the door opened and my mother came out. She was smiling. Greta Ross said,
"Please wait here for a minute, Mrs. Sanders. I want to make a phone call."
She went back into the room and closed the door. I was sitting on a chair near the door, and I could just hear Greta Ross's voice speaking on the phone.
"I think I've found someone," she was saying. "She has a daughter, but the girl can work in the garden or on the farm. Don't worry. They've been away from England for 10 years. It'll be all right, I tell you. Don't worry." After a few minutes, Greta Ross put down the phone and came out of the room. "You've got the job," she told my mother. My mother was pleased. "Thank you," she replied. I was pleased too, but now I was worried about that phone call. We went to Scotland the next day, first by plane, then by train. Greta Ross travelled with us. I looked out of the train window and saw fields and villages and mountains. Mum is right, I thought. Scotland is a very beautiful place. "You're going to be my husband's secretary," Greta Ross told my mother. "He's a businessman, but he never leaves the island. He does all his work by telephone and letter and computer. He invests money in companies all over the world." "Do many people live on the island?" I asked. "Not many," said Greta Ross. "You'll meet them soon." Greta Ross is young, I thought. Is her husband young too? How can a young man buy an island? Is he very rich? After the train, we went on Mr. Ross's boat, which took us out to the island. The boatman was a young man. He had dark hair and was brown from the sun. "This is Tony," said Greta Ross. "He works for Mr. Ross." "Hi," said Tony. Soon we were near the island. I could see the beaches and the cliffs. The boat slowed down. "There are dangerous rocks round the island," explained Tony. "A lot of them are under the water, and you can't see them. I have to be careful. But the rocks keep other boats away, and that pleases Mr. Ross." "Why?" I asked. Tony looked at Greta Ross, but she wasn't listening. "Mr. Ross doesn't like visitors to the island," Tony said in a quiet voice. Then Greta Ross looked at us, and Tony said no more. Why doesn't Mr. Ross like visitors? I thought. Has he something to hide? When we arrived on the island, my mother and I followed Greta up to the house. It was very big, and there were trees all around it. A woman was waiting inside the house.